Okay, I'll go.
No, wait. Please stay.
What, some teddy bear or
Teddy
what?
and me are lonely. So lonely. It's too cold out here. Too lonely and cold.
What am I supposed to do about it?
Just talk to me. Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll talk to you.
me and Teddy. Yes.
What the hell happened to you, man? You've got more scars than a knife fighter, and you're cracking up.
World Corp. They did this to me.
Uh-oh.
Yes. They tortured me. Tortured me and my beloved poor old Teddy.
Why?
It was King. Listen, I feel better now. I need to tell you something.
What?
King is totally insane. He will do anything to preserve or increase his profits. When the crashed against by error page virus was circulating, he was loath to release the cure.
Why?
Treating the virus is much more profitable than curing it. He only started selling a cure when someone found out from a research and development leak that he had a cure.
Ah.
Who leaked the data?
Who the hell do you think? Me, of course. I was the one who leaked the bloody data.
Interesting.
I was his best scientist, his very best biochemist. Until I leaked the data. I knew there was a cure. He just didn't want it to be circulated.
But why did he do this to you?
He punished me. Tortured me. It was total torture. He took everything from me. My house, my car, everything. All he left me with was my childhood Teddy. That's who I refer to when I go rambling.
God, that's terrible.
Don't let him get you. Don't let him get you like he got me.
How did he find out you had leaked it?
No! No! It's coming for me! Black Ice is gonna kill us all! Me? You? That kid? Everybody!
This guy's nuts.
Kid?
Help me, Teddy! Teddy!
Can I talk to the real Simjuices for a moment?
What? He's here. With Teddy.
Let's see if I can get something out of this guy.
The hell is Black Ice?
No!
Black Ice.
Black Ice!
What is Black
It's gonna kill
Ice?
us all! Me?
We'll find out,
that
probably.
Kid? That kid!
What kid?
Andreas! From the weapon shop! It's gonna kill him! They never cured him! It's gonna kill him! And me!
Andreas
and you!
from the weapon
They'll
shop.
get you! It will! It's
We'll
gonna kill
remember
all
that
of
when we
us!
go downtown, I guess.
What the hell is Black Ice?
Wait. Sensible again.
And not an hour too soon.
Black Ice. It's an invasive security program used for defense of large server complexes. I worked with them, the two guys who made it. It's meant to destroy whatever it gets into, like a computer or hacking laptop. But I saw him. Andreas tried to hack into the servers, using the data sockets in his head. It fried his brain.
Uh-oh.
He went insane. I know they tried to cure him. Then when I confronted Scara about it, he started torturing me.
But I thought you said...
It's gonna kill him! And us! Both of us! We're dead! We're dead! No!
Got anything else to say?
So peaceful here. In the
No
trash.
Black Ice. Well, I guess we'll hear some more about that at some point.
Hey, sugar. Have a lovely evening.
That's a hooker or something. And this is just way down to the rest of the city. And there's probably nothing over here. Nope, there's nothing but cats. I almost stepped on one there. I actually like cats, so I won't be mean to them. Is there any point in getting on the roof of that building in front of me? That one straight ahead? Because I thought maybe I could. Is that the one? Yeah, that's the one. And there's nothing up there, is there? Okay, well, never mind then. Let's go down into Saul's. Let's go through a load screen.
Hello,
She looks
and
kinda
welcome to
interesting.
Soul's Bar and Grill.
Well, hello. Who's around tonight?
Well, there's me, of course, and Alpha, our bartender, and the regulars like Kunio-kun.
Who's Kunio-kun?
Oh, He's this guy from 8-bit game, but someone converted him to 32-bit format and gave him a full 3D model. Now he does retail at the bar. Not sure if what he sells is exactly legal, but it's better not to ask.
Interesting.
If you want some advice, though, stay away from that Griffin woman. Oh, she's
Griffin?
not at all nice.
Griffin? Kylie Griffin?
You know her? I hope I
Kylie
didn't offend
Griffin.
you. No, I just...
Don't worry about it. What did you say your name was?
Sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Jackie, the bouncer for Alpha. Well, actually, more like a door woman. There's rarely any kind of trouble here.
I'm Trescon. It's a pleasure to meet you, Jackie, and thanks for the tips.
You're welcome. Go right on in and have a good time.
Okay, so Jackie is here. Got a little bit of history with Jackie, as you'll find out. Noobs gang disbanded. Here's the news flash. So I did that without killing anybody. I got my 500 credits, and I can't get in there. I could break this window, probably, and an alarm would go off, and I'd get viciously attacked by everybody, including
So you're
maybe
new
her.
around here, aren't you? I don't recognize you back from my days here.
You worked at Souls,
Oh,
If I try to
no,
pick
I
that
mean
lock,
when I
I'd
used
probably
to
get
live in the
attacked
city.
too.
so you know Alpha?
Yeah, I worked with him.
Sweet. It's great meeting you. Any friend of Alpha is a friend of mine. And to answer your question, I wouldn't really consider myself new. I've been around about a year and a half, got the job maybe after a month, but I've pretty much been working at Souls since I arrived.
How'd you get it?
Oh, this job? I was in the right place at the right time. There was a bar fight involving a bunch of newbies. The poor guys were being flamed by some morons. Troglodytes, really. I took out half of those tards in no time, but the others fled the bar. Not a bad move, if you ask me. Well, anyway, all that earned me an impressive rep with some extra clout. And you can say the job just sort of fell in my lap.
I'll steer well clear of you then.
Don't worry, you seem like a nice enough guy.
So what can you tell me about this bar? I remember how proud he was when he opened it. He even offered me a job. It was a few months before I left. Maybe less.
We've had a good amount of success. We're able to turn a nice profit each year, which is usually distributed among the employees or used to expand our stock. Also, we started serving real food when the kitchen was built, about a half a year ago. It's not open this late, but most people still come here to talk to Alpha or drink. We even have a fair amount of businessmen in the lounge, but if most of them visit the party zone, it's because it's more conveniently located.
Party zone doesn't give you too much competition?
Nah. This establishment attracts a lot of different folks. The party zone gets most of the suits and clubbers, but we get a
We'll have
wider
to visit
variety
that
of people
place.
from the apartment complex. Plus, all the veterans and moderators too hang out at our bar because we were here first, and everyone knows Alpha.
All the moderators come here? Even King Cashew?
Especially Cashew. He's a cool guy. Comes here whenever the pressures of politics start getting to him. I think Alpha and him are pretty tight. AO's sort of like an advisor to KK, and he's in the papers a lot because he's really knowledgeable of politics.
So do you like working
So do you
here?
like working here?
Of course I do. If I didn't, I'd be working for WorldCorp or Aunt Betty. I have plenty of corporate goon-type job offerings, but they don't interest me in the slightest. I don't like corporations. There's something comforting about knowing all your colleagues by face and name.
I guess you and Alpha are pretty close then.
If you mean what I think you mean, no, we're not that tight. Al's just a really good friend. But he's a great listener, and even I benefit from that. It's always nice to have somebody to talk to, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, I should probably get going. I'll see you later.
Sure thing. Have a nice day.
In case you have not noticed, there is a ton of dialogue in this game. I don't know if it's as much as the original Deus Ex, but there is a lot of dialogue in this mod. Wanted, alive and happy for the murder of El Cid. Anyone proven to have provided aid or comfort to this man will receive a 1,000 credit reward. El Cid, I don't know who that is. Cigarette machine, I don't need any of those. See what happens if I go up here. Just the upstairs partying area. There's the rest of the bar. parallel universes. The gray, where are they really from? PC Gamer. Oh, here's an interesting article. Deus Ex 2 disappointed a lot of people, including to some extent myself, even though it was quite a decent game in and of itself. I disagree. The main problem was that Deus Ex, in its very core, was in its very core a PC game. And in my use of the term PC, I do not distinguish between a Windows PC or a Macintosh PC, as the game was released for both operating systems with the exact same interface. The PC origins of the game can be seen in almost every level of its design. It is no secret that the PC platform allows for a more complicated control scheme than any console does, be it a PlayStation, an Xbox, or a Nintendo system, and that this in turn encourages a more complicated game design. The graphical user interface, GUI, of Deus Ex reflects this in every way possible, from its several layers of clearly Windows-inspired in-game menus to the fact that it has so many different functions crammed into it. Change ammo, toggle laser sight, toggle scope view, lean left or right, crouch, jump, toggle, walk or run, activate object, blah 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 blah, that it would be impossible to control without all of the buttons of a keyboard and or several mouse-operated menus. With the paragraph above, I have hoped to convey that the very nature of the game depends on a complicated control scheme. The sequel to Deus Ex, Deus Ex Invisible War, or IW for short, made this painfully apparent when the developers chose to create the game for PC and the Xbox console simultaneously. From a business point of view, it was a great idea. I don't even know if I agree with that either. The Xbox uses DirectX to run its games, just like a Windows PC, given that Microsoft is the creator of both platforms, which makes it easy to develop for both at once, and the console gamers outnumber the PC gamers by far in the United States. But in order to fit the controls for the game on the rather limited amount of buttons present on the Xbox controller, I and Storm Austin had to considerably trim down the number of functions in the game. Yeah, they did. This suited them fine because they believed it would serve to streamline the game, making it more accessible to the mainstream gamers. Unfortunately, among the fans of the original game, this streamlining was mostly perceived as severe dumbing down of the game. Yes, it was dumbing down. Oh my goodness, don't get me started on Deus Ex Invisible War. Features from the first game, which were not present in the sequel, include different types of ammunition for each weapon, Diablo-style inventory where larger items take up more space than small items, the entire skill system, including the way your aim would become more accurate when you were stationary and took your time as opposed to when you were running around jumping up and down, a conversation log which let you read over dialogue you had already been through in case you missed something important, an inbuilt text editor let you write down your own notes, and a few other things I don't recall off the top of my head. Oh boy, this keeps going. Additionally, many parts of the game had been considerably simplified. For example, the game would now remember keypad codes for you and activate any keypad to which you had obtained a code instead of letting you enter the code by yourself like you did in the first game. So, as you can see, this is... I don't know if this was an actual article out of PC Gamer or if they just inserted it themselves. But yeah, it goes on, and I did not like Deus Ex Invisible War, in case that's not extremely obvious to you. Cool table. Pong. Let's log out. Don't want to play Pong right now.
You know,
Take this guy's turn.
you never know who's a member of these cults. You know Smithers from Hospital? According to his office yesterday, praying to the Great Boom or something like that. Isn't that creepy? Turns out he's a goat worshipper. He begged me not to tell the boss.
Did you tell him?
Of course I did. I don't want some brainwashed fanatic telling me how to fix my computer. What if he installs some subliminal messages in my documents folder or something? Then one night, I'll suddenly wake up in the Goat City wearing nothing but my shorts.
I suppose. You know, they're even saying that Skara King is secretly a member of the Llama cult.
That seems a bit unlikely though, don't you think? World Cup is being terrorized on a daily basis.
Various boring stuff
Llamas.
rolls across the
They
screen.
say it's a cover. They say King secretly gives monetary support to the Llama Temple to keep it running, and they're faking the hostilities because World Corp's image isn't exactly worth much anymore, if you know what I mean.
Do you think they're pretending to be fighting because nobody likes World Cup and they don't want a bad reputation to rub off?
Invest magazine.
But how do you explain King's fortune then? Don't the Llamas have some rule against owning it? They got to turn it over to their leader, right? I think I read that in the PDX News a few weeks ago.
Maybe he just keeps enough to buy a new expensive suit once in a while and keep himself
Sounds like
supplied with
Trescon's voice
cigars.
again.
But in truth, he's probably giving everything